Sides are lining up for and against the idea of term limiting Grand Rapids mayor and city commissioners.
We talked to supporters when they announced their campaign, and new tonight at 6, Joe LaFurgey's talking to organizers now against the idea. Joe?
And Brian, the opposition is coming out guns a-blazing, suggesting one of the people supporting term limits is a sore loser. Mary Alice Williams says she's living proof incumbency is not a rubber stamp for a re-election to the Grand Rapids City Commission. She ran a write-in campaign during a commission primary back in the late 70s, made it to the runoff, and beat an incumbent. She served one term, then moved on.
Had I run for re-election, people could have decided whether to keep me or whether to get rid of me. And I think that's how the process is meant to work.
And proof in Williams' eyes that term limits are not needed at Grand Rapids City Hall. She is part of an organized effort to defeat the term limit proposal on the fall City of Grand Rapids ballot. The measure would hold the mayor and city commissioners to 2 4-year terms. The group pushing the measure, GR Citizens for Term Limits, thinks it's a good idea. It'll open up the door to more candidates, bring in fresh ideas. But opponents say voters already have the ability to enforce term limits by voting people out. Both sides are claiming they're grassroots, no ulterior motives. Or are there?
It feels a little bit like sour grapes.
Williams claiming GR Citizens for Municipal Term Limits co-founder Marina Baker is pushing term limits because she's lost runs for city commission and comptroller.
I don't want to personalize this, but I think that people have to know who are behind these initiatives.
Beyond the rhetoric, getting voters to understand the arguments for and against term limits will be a challenge. For her part, Williams says voters only need to look east to Lansing to find the answer.
Do they want to be disenfranchised with a rule that goes into place once and for all, and then we're faced with a situation like we have in Lansing where people wish that it were different?
Marina Baker wasn't available for an on-camera interview, but she told me over the phone she does not want to play into the comments made by Williams on her motivation. Baker says those comments take away from the real issue. She says she's been a supporter of term limits all along. She would have supported them if she did get elected to office.